Another Wednesday. How's everybody doing as we wind down June? Time's flying, is it not? Man. All right, I hope y'all are on goal. July 1st is around the corner. All right, at least Barbara's excited.
Yeah,
Everybody else
yeah.
like, what the heck? Right? All right, well, let's get the energy going. What do we got? Who's got something good?
Bucket Bill, tell us something good. Tell us something good. Any vacations? I'm back. I know y'all miss me.
Wait, you were
Right.
gone? Oh,
Yeah, that's why you put stuff on my door.
that wasn't me.
Fun. If you
That
haven't
wasn't
been
me.
to Alberta, Canada, you definitely have
Yes,
to go.
gorgeous. One of my
Very,
favorite
very gorgeous.
places. Absolutely.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. Anybody else? Any vacations? Any weddings? Any babies? What's going on in your world? No babies? I know, I know. I want the babies too.
Yesterday, me and my wife.
Hang on. Patience is a virtue.
Yesterday, we hit 19 years.
All right.
It's your
Do you
anniversary.
see, do you see how excited he sounded when he announced that?
It's your
Oh.
anniversary. It's very long.
It's a long song.
Takes it back though.
At least that rendition. of it.
Congratulations. Don't even hate. You wish.
Anybody else?
When we bring karaoke, you'll see. You'll
Oh.
see. No.
Who else got something good? Come on.
Hi, this is Brandy. I'm online. Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely, Brandy. What's going on?
Hey, nothing personal, no babies, thank God. A couple of listings just wanted to share if anybody's got buyers looking. I have a single story with 5 bedrooms, so that's kind of hard to come by, a 5-bedroom single story. It's in Walnut Bend off the Beltway and Westheimer, which is a great location. So there's that one. Showings just are starting today. And then I've got 2 in Bridgeland, one with a huge backyard. They're actually on the same street. The other one is coming soon with a pool. 2 different price points, even though they're on the same street, but I've got those as well. So if anybody has buyers in Bridgeland or in Houston, near the Beltway and Westheimer, let me know.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Awesome. Love it. Send those buyers to Brandy. Or
Good
take-
morning. This is Ruby online.
All
Hey,
right.
Ruby.
New baby.
Oh,
Lorinda. Lorinda had a baby.
All right. It's awesome to hear. That is awesome to hear.
And mom and baby are well. Yeah, I know. We boy, girl. She had a girl, right?
She had a boy.
Boy.
Cairo.
Boy.
Kairo.
Oh, that's
How
unique. It's cool.
Okay, I can't wait to
Awesome.
meet them.
Yeah. Awesome.
Mom and
Awesome.
baby are good.
Awesome. That's cool.
All right.
Who else?
Anybody else?
Something good. Everybody went, oh, look at that. Like, look at it's like, that's awesome. Like, that's intuition.
We can-
See, that's how I work. See, look at that. Can't imagine.
Great time.
Great timing, was it not?
For those of you on
I know, right?
missed
Right.
it,
$1 million.
Santa Shell came through with a baby.
That is awesome. All right, anybody else? Anybody else? Going once, going twice.
Sold.
Nobody else? All right,
All right,
well, let's keep
Keep
going.
moving.
All right, and that's the meeting. Congratulations. All right, can we get our vendor partners up here on them? All right, vendor partners, let's roll.
All right, we have some awesome vendor partners with a couple of different things going on in their world. So we want to hear what you have and how we can support you. Come on.
Tell us something good.
All right, everybody, it's Eduardo with Reliant. I got nothing new, just continuing to help out your clients with all the utility connection process, just making that whole process so much easier for them. And that includes all types of utilities, water, gas, trash, recycle, electricity, cable, internet, all of the above. And we do have exclusive offers with some of them. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything else, feel free to reach out. I'll be here all day today and tomorrow. So other than that, thank you guys so much.
Awesome, thank you, Eduardo.
How's it going, guys? This is Matias with Home USA Mortgage, and I wanted to share that we have seen a little bit of a dip in interest rates over the past couple of days, which is always nice. As you may be a little bit surprised, applications haven't increased, which is a little bit odd. Usually when we see a little bit of a dip in interest rates, we do see an increase in applications. So really all I got for you is that, and I appreciate your partnership and thank you for your time.
Awesome. Thank you, Matthias.
Good morning. This is Alders Jack with Patent Titles. Remind you about Patent Title Sugarland is downstairs. We have a bunch of CE classes that were uploaded to our website. We do have the creative finance, how to fill out the paperwork, how to talk to the escrow officer, how to basically talk to transaction coordinators to help you with those creative deals, right? That class is on July the 13th. That is on the website that I gave you, which was www.patenttitle.com/events. That is at the River Oaks location. Also, I don't know if you know that the contract form is going to be changing coming up. So I did email Berna about a class. If y'all want it, I do have to let the instructor know today if y'all want it here. But the contract class, they have 16 new forms, they said, and then it's 3 new contracts that are coming up pretty soon. The class, we can get it for you for free if y'all want it available. She said the date that she had available was on the 24th of June, and that'll be on your meeting after, that Wednesday from 1 to 4. If y'all want that, I just have to let her know today if y'all decide y'all want that class.
July.
I'm sorry. So July 24th, yes. So we just wanted to make sure because she said her schedule's already getting full. So if Berna wants that class or y'all want it, please let us know. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Good.
Good morning, everyone. Wanted to let you all know that we have a class tomorrow here in the training room.
Thanks for stealing our thunder.
Mortgages. You're welcome. You're welcome again. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about a couple of details. Does anyone here know what a QM or a qualified mortgage is? What does that mean? Wow. I expect all of you to be here. You.
Me,
You.
okay.
Yes,
I'm gonna take a stab at this. It is,
quickly.
it is the conventional ways that a buyer is to be qualified for a mortgage within the Fannie and Freddie Mac guidelines.
Very, very good. Very close. And how would that be? What 3 criteria do we look at?
Right, credit,
Credit?
DTI,
Keep going.
work history,
Keep going. Work
Finances,
means I have money, income.
income,
And what else?
assets.
Assets, down payment, right? Qualified mortgage, credit. We're able to verify
Good,
the
Brandon.
credit.
Well articulated. Sid.
Hey, I expected it to be a little quicker, but
Oh.
we'll get there. So we qualify the buyer
Love
based
it.
on their credit, their income, and their verifiable assets, amount of money down, right? Right? That's a normal mortgage, FHA, VA, conventional loans qualify borrowers that way. There are other loans that are out there available called non-QM loans, correct? Give me an example real quickly.
The SCR bank. statement.
Someone else other than you.
Just say what he said.
I think so.
What does that mean?
Either that or they're
SCR,
having a
what does that
moment.
mean?
Other than you.
Right. My point is there are other ways for your potential buyers to qualify, but there are certain guidelines. If we can't verify their income, there are alternative ways to use bank statements, potentially other tax returns, to be able to qualify these people and count that as income. Tomorrow, we're going to discuss part of that. So I would like to have some of you here so that you can get another alternative way to maybe get your, especially self-employed buyers, borrowers approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jimmy is really excited.
I just want to just add a little emphasis on that, you guys. If you heard what Maddie said, he said that rates went down and yet applications did not go up. And that's abnormal. That means the message is not going out there. People are not seeing themselves being able to qualify for a home. So we have other options. They just talked about other options. We had Patent Title talk about some other options. And so you need to go get the message so that you can relay that to the market. So make sure you go to those classes so you can add some different tools into your toolbox. All right, that's it.
Cool.
You can.
Love it. Yeah, absolutely. All right. And our lunch sponsor is
Not here yet. We'll
Okay,
we'll come back
back to Josh. All right, awesome. Oh, he's got a few things going on. All right, so what's coming up in our world? All right, classes and events to let you all know on real quick. We're gonna run right through these. Dale just talked about Mortgage Made Easy. My 6 Personal Perspectives is Saturday. Do not forget the office is closed in celebration of the 4th of July. July 10th coming up is our next off-site team meeting, so make sure you guys don't show up here on that day. We're going to elaborate on that a little bit. Oh, what the heck is Camp KW? We're going to talk about that in just a second. And do not forget, as always, mid-August is Mega Agent Camp. And we have some, okay, apparently that's not me. Sorry. I tried, Pam. All right. Mortgages made easy. I believe that Dale articulated that really well just a few minutes ago. So again, tomorrow from 10 to 11 o'clock, right here in the training room, I suggest you guys are here to learn about creative financing. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to click on it again. Yeah, there we go. All right, 6 personal perspectives. Again, I am teaching it on Saturday. Yes, this Saturday from 9 to 3. If you need a reset in mindset, if you want to talk about, how to think big, right? How to have the right mindset to grow a big business, this is it right here on Saturday. Lunch will be provided. Again, if you have never taken this, whether you've been at KW for years or if you've been here for a month, if you've never taken this, I highly, highly recommend you allocate some time to take it. All right. This is the foundation of what all our not only our company, but what our education is based on, right? Gary did a bunch of research when he started KW, Gary Keller, right? Did a bunch of research when he started KW, and he tried to figure out what was the difference in the higher achievers to the ones that were getting mediocre success. And he basically summed it up to these 6 perspectives. All right. So that's what I'm going to be covering full blown. It's a workshop. You're going to be getting deep into it. You're going to be, it's going to be a conversation. You're going to be, doing some work in there and just some self-discovery. I have a feeling you're about to have. Yes.
I was.
Mhm.
You know me well. I am going to say, especially with in light of all the changes that's going on, the time to get ready for a battle, and I mean a mental one, right, is not when you're actually in the battle.
Mhm.
So this 6 personal perspective helps to shift your mindset to prepare for not just the upcoming things, but for you to just go the distance in this real estate game. So if you have not participated or had an opportunity to do 6 personal perspectives, I will say I sign off on this one here. I don't usually sign off on the mesh, but we will this time.
Right. Okay. So I'm about 40 deep already in this. So there's still a few seats left. If you guys want to be here, make sure you register. Okay. Because I do need to have a count. Again, that's this Saturday, 9 to 3. All right. Oh, that didn't work. Did you? Oh, there we go. Okay. Again, reminder that the office is closed on July 4th. Okay. On 4th of July, the office is closed. If you have access cards, you will be able to get in. Otherwise, the doors will be locked. All right. You want to take this?
Yeah, so we, as you know, every year, or for those of you who don't know, you will know now, every year during the summer times, we do an offsite team meeting, just taking it a little off, get you to understand a little bit more about the community that you service here. And so July 10th is our next offsite team meeting. So 2 weeks from now, it will be in Harvest Green at the Tri-Point Homes. The address is there. We also have this posted all throughout the office as well as online on our closed Facebook group. So if you show up July 10th and you are here, you will miss it. We will be traveling from different model homes. They do have lunch provided, and it is a succession lunch. So you'll go to one model home, then go to the next, and you'll learn a little bit more. They'll have some prizes. So we expect to see you guys there on July 10th at the Tri-Point Homes in Harvest Green.
Awesome. Thank you, B. All right, Camp KW. I know it's been a while. I'm super excited about this. It's summertime, so it's time for summer camp. Well, guess what? I'm going to camp out in the training room for 1 week straight from July 15th through July 19th. All right, so I'm going to do 1 training per day through that week. You see it broken down here. So on July 15th, Monday, I'm going to cover MREA models. All right, again, huge piece for building a big business, right? It's no sense in reinventing the wheel, and you also shouldn't be winging it, right? So how can you build a big business based on our models? Okay, our millionaire real estate agent model. So if you've not taken a dive into our models, great day to do so. All right, the next day on Tuesday, it's going to be part 1 of the 4 laws of lead gen with Command. So that will be a technology class, but you guys know me. It's not going to be just here's how you do this, and this is where you click. It's going to be way deeper than that. Okay, so again, and then on Wednesday after team meeting, we're going to have dive into DocuSign, advanced, okay? So I'm going to cover DocuSign from A to Z. I am a DocuSign certified trainer. I have not taught that in a while in this office, okay? So again, I highly recommend you there, especially if you would like to grow on that DocuSign side, okay? Then Thursday will be 4 laws of lead gen with command part 2. So I'm going to cover the 2 laws on Tuesday, the other 2 on Thursday. All right. So again, another command and technology training. And then lastly, on Friday financials, I'm going to do an agent financials light. Okay. Relax. It's not going to be the 6 hours. All right. It's going to be what I feel is extremely necessary, whether a new agent or a experienced agent, on how to kind of set up that back end of your business, how to allocate the funds of your commissions that come in, talk about your financial team, stuff like that, okay? So again, it's going to be roughly, each one is going to be 2 hours long, okay? Times are yet to be determined, but you guys, we'll start posting that next week on what the times are on each day, okay?
Just about to ask.
Yeah, okay, yeah, what's going on, Brandon?
No.
Say that one more time? That's a relative question, isn't it?
How advanced?
Talk about making templates and packets and how to transfer documents by email. Okay, yeah, so I'll go through how to do basic, I will start with basic documents, how to access things, where to find them, and then I'll go into more advanced features. Okay, cool? Let's keep going. ALC Minute, who's doing ALC? What's that? Yeah, we'll determine the times based on the calendar. They'll be 2 hours long, so by next week you'll have the time. Okay? Yeah. Wednesday, we know for sure is probably going to be 1 o'clock because it'll be after team meeting. Okay? All right, ALC Minute, what you guys got?
What's good, everybody? All right. Good to see y'all. Hey, hey.
It's a lot harder to get all that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, hey, let's
Yeah.
go. Come on. All right. Hey, I'm excited because we get to hang out and drink a little something. Sorry.
Y'all have flyers?
Meeting
on
of the
your-
minds.
Flyers on your desk? Next Wednesday, July 3rd, we're having a meeting of the minds. This is not a class unless you want to learn how to make a martini.
Yep.
But we just wanted to call it something other than happy
Happy
hour.
Yes.
So 4 to 6,
Yeah, we're gonna be here at the
next
little
Wednesday,
common area there. the
drinks and
lounge.
snacks,
Yep, it's gonna be great.
sponsors,
Yep.
brought to you by your agent Apathy.
Yeah.
Us.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, there we go.
Hope to see y'all there.
Yeah, hope y'all can come. Thank you.
Oh, that gets a clap, really? Well, now you guys know the real reason why we're closed on the 4th. Yeah.
And hors d'oeuvres. Or door.
Ooh, we a fancy. Yeah, look at that. All right, the one and only Amanda. Let's get in for our May awards. How's it going? Good. This is for you. All right, let's roll.
All right. Let's recognize some agents. Thank you, Brandon. So first, we have our top listing units individuals. In first place, we have Robbie Jansky with 9 units. Tied for second, we have Angie Farish and the Kimber V team, both with 7 units each. Tied for third, we have Kitty Valens, Gary Sternagel, and Lyle Mugi, all with 6 units each. And then in fourth place, we have Meshi Salama with 4 units. Good job. And next, we have our top listing units teams. In first place, we have the Marta Mohan team with 5 units. In second place, we have the Diaz team with 4 units. In third place, we have SMS, led by Shannon with 3 units. Then tied for fourth, we have Flores team and Warner Real Estate, both with 1 unit each. Good job, guys. Next, we have our top listing units groups. Tied for first, we have the BNP team and the Audrey O'Neill team, both with 16 units each. In second place, we have SIA Group with 6 units. In third place, we have the Kathy Stubbs team with 4 units. And then in fourth place, we have the Kill Properties Group with 2 units. And next, we have our top listing volume individuals. In first place, we have Kitty Valens with 3.4 million. In second place, we have Lyle Mugi with 3.35 million. In third place, we have the Kimmer V team with 3.32 million. In fourth place, we have Robbie Jansky with 2.5 million. And then in fifth place, we have Gary Sternagel with 2.4 million. And next, we have our top listing volume teams. In first place, we have the Diaz team with 2 million. In second place, we have the Marta Mohan team with 1.9 million. In third place, we have SMS led by Shannon with 1 million. In fourth place, we have the Flores team with 440,000. And then in fifth place, we have Warner Real Estate with 420,000. Very close. And then next we have our top listing volume groups. In first place, we have the BNP team with 8.6 million. In second place, we have the Audrey O'Neill team with 6.7 million. In third place, we have the Kathy Stubbs team with 2.9 million. Then in fourth place, we have SIA Group with 1.2 million. And then in fifth place, we have the Kill Properties Group with 699,000. And then next, we have our top closed units individuals. In first place, we have Nazneen Asnani with 8 units. In second place, we have Sahar Khatib with 7 units. Tied for third, we have the Susan Granzinski team, the Castins Group, and Sapna Patel, all with 6 units each. Good job. And then tied for fourth, we have Anna Castillo, Angela McDaniel, Imelda Pradhan, and Tanisha Foster, all with 5 units each. Lots of units. And next, we have our top closed units teams. In first place, we have the Diaz team with 13 units. Tied for second, we have the Sharon Parker Group with 3 units, and SMS led by Sharon also with 3 units. Tied for third, we have the Flores team and YA Real Estate, both with 2 units each. And next, we have our top closed units groups. In first place, we have the Kills Properties Group with 17 units. In second place, we have the BNP team with 14 units. In third place, we have the Audrey O'Neill team with 11 units. In fourth place, we have SIA Group with 9 units. And then in fifth place, we have the Kathy Stubbs team with 7 units. And then next, we have our top adjusted closed volume individuals. In first place, very own Sapna Patel with 2.5 million. Second place, the Susan Granzinski team with 2.06 million. Third place, we have Sahar Khatib with 2.02 million. Fourth place, we have the Kimber V team with 1.57 million. Then in fifth place, we have Al Khatri with 1.53 million. Good job, guys. And next, we have our top adjusted closed volume teams. In first place, we have the Diaz team with 1.7 million. In second place, we have SMS led by Shannon with 1.1 million. In third place, we have Warner Real Estate with 453,000. Then in fourth place, we have the Flores team with 413,000. Then in fifth place, we have Sharon Parker Group with 373,000. And next, we have our top adjusted closed volume groups. In first place, we have the BNP team with 6 million. In second place, we have the Audrey O'Neill team with 3.7 million. In third place, we have the Kathy Stubbs team with 2.7 million. In fourth place, we have the Kill Properties Group with 2.2 million. And then in fifth place, we have SIA Group with 1.5 million. Good job, guys. All right, next page. And so I know this one's kind of big. So next is one of our favorite awards. This is Triple Crown. This award is given to single agents that close 3 or more sales in a month, not including leases. So no particular order. We have Samsha Ali, Ash Bunsel, Sahar Khatib, Tanisha Foster, Susan Granzinski, Kathleen Geik, Akbar Hajani, Angela Jackson, Rima Malhotra, Lal Mugi, Tanya Nicholas, Sapna Patel, Imelda Pradhan, and Meshi Salama. Good job, guys. Had trouble fitting everyone on one slide this month, but yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good problem. This one too. So this is still a newer category. So this category is to recognize any individuals, teams, and groups that closed over $1 million each. So also no particular order, we have Samcha Ali with 1.3 million, Akil Properties Group with 2.6 million, Ash Bansal with 2.2 million, the BNP team with 6.2 million, the Diaz team with 1.4 million, Sahar Khatib with 2.5 million, Tanisha Foster with 1 million, Susan Granzinski with 2.1 million, Akbar Hajani with 1.2 million, Elaine Hatton with 1 million, Al Khatri with 1.8 million, HTX Realty Group led by Vamshi with 1.6 million, Rima Malhotra with 1.5 million, Lal Mugi with 1.4 million, the Audrey O'Neill team with 4.5 million, Sapna Patel with 2.6 million, Ruby Sanders with 1 million, the Kathy Stubbs team with 2.8 million, SMS team led by Shannon with 1.1 million, SIA Group with 1.7 million, Kimber Valachovic with 1.5 million, and then Space City team with 1 million for a total of 45 million. Good job, guys. Whew, need to catch my breath after that. All right. And then next we have our cappers. So we have Serena Chu, Lashambra Ewing, Imelda Pradhan, Brandy Zemos, Dina Wickram Shingi, Al Khatri, Sharon Parker, Angela Jackson, Aura Poe, Tamika Scott, and Akil Verk. I almost said Rubaya. And then, yes, those are all, we had a lot of cappers last month, so definitely worth a clap. And then next we have our first KW listing. So we have Erica Almagir. And then we have our first KW closing. So we have Antrashell Schumack, Antrashell, Crystal Dixon, Nathaniel Opia, and Scott Ortega. And then next we have our Kelliversaries. So celebrating 1 year, we have Calithia Hopkins, Xiao Zhao Jing, Shatora McWilliams, Stephanie Parkerson, myself, Matthew Tucker. And celebrating 2 years, we have Ash Pensel, Mario Botros, Uriah Walton, and Marissa Williams. Celebrating 3 years, we have Kirk Daughtry and Tanya Fields, Tanya Nicholas, Harrell Punchhole, and Violetta Pineda. Celebrating 4 years, we have Stephen Gates. Celebrating 5 years, we have Salala Myers, Alpana Patel, and C.W. Ross. Celebrating 6 years, we have Sapana Patel, Kinsia Rayson Elston, and Kanisha, thank you. I was working how to say that. And then we have Rebecca Robinson. Celebrating 7 years, we have Andrew Missick. Celebrating 9 years, we have Sonia Jones and Mandy Diaz. Celebrating 13 years, we have Valerie Diaz and Israel Flores. 13 years. And then celebrating 17 years, we have Ruby Sanders. And then celebrating 19 years, we have Rena Ahmed and Alpachowski. And that runs out our awards. Can't wait for dinner.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Amanda. Congratulations again to all our winners. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Before we get started, let's just go back a little bit. Oh, we have a lot of slides. And let's get our lunch sponsor up here. Awesome. Shay Holmes.
Hey, guys. Come in.
How are you, bud?
I like to come in fashionably late every single time.
No worries. Let me just get this on you. Good deal.
So if you haven't met me before, I'm here pretty much every 2 to 3 months. My name is Josh Fangman. I am with Shay Homes out in Meridiana on Highway 288. Okay. How many have still not been out to Highway 288 and seen Meridiana? Anybody in this room? Call yourselves out. Okay. It's okay. Please, at some point in time, whenever you get a chance, make the trek, guys. Okay. I make the trek out here to see you guys because you guys are that important to me. Please make the trek out to Meridiana because I truly believe that it's that important to you guys, okay? It is a phenomenally beautiful community with tons of things to offer in terms of on-site amenities, on-site schools. You've got 2 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, and a gigantic high school, okay? All within the community. You've got countless in terms of amenities, in terms of pools, splash pads, wave pools, lazy rivers, 2 full-size gyms, pickleball, tennis courts, basketball courts. This community is phenomenal, okay? It's on 288, which means it's convenient to basically everything in the city of Houston in terms of conveniency for Houston, right? You can get anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes, typically on average, going up to the Med Center or down to Lake Jackson, okay? If you haven't been out to Shay Homes, again, I encourage you to do that. We are not a builder that is in every single community. We are very selective about the communities that we go into. We've been around for 140 years, so we're very protective of our brand. So we go into communities that we know are very protective of their brand, okay? Just like Keller Williams, and you guys are protective of yours, which is why we continue to want to partner with you guys consistently on year to year, right? I will be around to hand these out. Everything, the most important stuff is my inventory, right? I need to get rid of this inventory, okay? Because it's going to take me on average about 6 to 7 months to build an inventory home, which means if I sell it now, it's going to be ready for spring. Okay, for my next ones. Inventory is great to buy right now because builders are doing whatever they need to do to move this inventory and buy down interest rates. Okay, I've got 25,000 right now in terms of financing incentives to buy down interest rates through steps or through permanent. I can do whatever you need. We are willing to negotiate to a certain extent on some offers. Okay, so please come out and take a look at my inventory. It's all on HAR. On this sheet of paper, you're looking at about $130,000 worth of commissions and BTSAs. Okay, just on this one sheet. On the back is all my lots, which is well over millions worth of commissions. Okay, I do have water lots. I've got cul-de-sac lots, corner lots, oversized lots, you name it. And these are not average water lots where you typically look over the water and you look at somebody else's house, right? These are water lots where you're looking over the water and you're seeing a tree line that backs up to Chocolate Bayou, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Okay. It is a 70-foot product lineup. So I've got homes ranging from 3,000 all the way up to 4,600. And my homes start in the 550s for a 70-foot section. Okay. In Meridiana specifically, I actually have a better price per square foot in the 70-foot section than any of the other builders between the 65s all the way up to the hundreds. I have immeasurable value right now. Okay. Does anybody have any questions for me?
Brandon had one.
Yes. Tax rate is 3.3%, which is actually pretty good. Okay. After your homestead coming down to more like 2.8, 2.9, it is steadily coming down in Meridiana. I have worked on and off in that community since it opened in 2016, where the property tax was 3.9%. Okay. So it is steadily coming down, which is a fantastic thing. The HOA for everything that I just mentioned, $1,270 a year. That's it. Okay. And that too has not gone up year over year tremendously. When I opened the community, I think it was around 1,050. Okay. So again, all the amenities and things are not really going up in price like you were seeing in some of the other communities. Anything else? Awesome. I will be around. Oh, and on real quick, on the other side, on the inventory sheet, guys, if you're into social media and you're doing a lot of social media posts and things like that, please come out and shoot your content in my homes. What we are doing right now is if you were, it's called a Spotted in Shea promotion. If you come out to our communities and do some social media posts in our inventory or in our models, put on there Spotted at Shea, hashtags at Shea Homes, Houston, HTX. You can be literally entered into a contest every single day you post on your Instagram or your social media every single day. And then for June, July, and August, we're going to draw a $500 winner for each month, simply for shooting content. Okay. You're already doing it. You might as well come out to my communities, post about it, and make some money off shooting content. Right.
Awesome.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you guys very much. Appreciate you.
Awesome. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. All right. Let's get going. Yeah, I know. We got to get through all the awards now. All good. Take 2 seconds. All right. One cool thing to show you as we're getting started, okay, that got recently updated in Command. And that is, you can see your cap status now. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So how do you see it? You go to the top right corner where your name is and you drop the menu down. You click on My Profile. So you go into your profile. And on the left-hand side, you're going to click on Houston SW. Houston Southwest is how we're known internally. And when you do that, your first thing at the top of the menu is your cap status and your royalty status. Okay? So you guys have full access to that now. Good deal? Any questions? No? Good. All right, let's get started. All right, as we're getting started, guys, yes, I know you guys sat through 2 hours of Marilyn yesterday, and she's absolutely the best, and it was like a fire hose at you guys, right? Relax, though. We're going to be covering it meticulously over and over again, right, until you guys are starting to internalize some of this stuff, okay? So today I'm going to focus on a couple of the things that are important, all right? And, yes, please keep that. I would also like to add in there that there were a lot of names that were announced just a little while ago by Amanda that are sitting in this room. I highly implore you guys to chime in, any of you that would like to add anything as we're going through some of this stuff when it comes to a value perspective or a conversation perspective. All right, feel free to please do that. All right, so as we're going into this, something that was profound that Gary had said that really resonated with me was that this lawsuit that happened, it wasn't about value at all. It wasn't about compensation. It was purely about disclosure and transparency. Okay? We were saying uneducated agents were saying examples like, oh, I work for free for you, right? Or, things like, we were articulating that like, oh, basically, if you don't list for 3% on the buyer's side, then no one's gonna come see your house.
You don't list for X%.
X%. I figured within our brokerage, you're allowed to talk about it, but I guess maybe not, right? Oh, well, we're not recorded anyway, right? Oh, oops. Right? So, huh? I am talking about the past, technically, oh, right? So conversations like these is what got us into the hot water, right? So again, it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it, all right? So let's dive a little bit into a couple of these documents real quick, okay? So the first one I absolutely want to start with is this one pager, all right? And the funny thing about this document is it's actually temporary. Bless you. She's already allergic to it, all right? Welcome to Keller Williams Southwest, where we're allergic to our documents, all right? And it's called the Amendment to Representation Agreement. Now, first and foremost, let me make something clear. This is not the amendment to the listing agreement or an amendment to the buyer's representation agreement. This is a new temporary one-page document simply called Amendment to Representation Agreement. And when are you going to use this? Well, first of all, you're going to use this now as of Monday. And where does this apply? Here's where it applies. If you currently have a client under some kind of representation agreement, meaning a buyer rep agreement or a listing agreement, prior to Monday, meaning you did not sign them on the new agreements, and they are not under contract yet, meaning you're still showing them homes or their house is still active on the MLS, you need to get this signed. Okay? Yes, if you have one client, that one client needs to sign this. If you have 14 clients right now, guess what? All 14 have to sign this. Sorry, Brandon, you actually have to do work. That's the problem with having clients, see? Congratulations, you have a bunch of clients. They need to sign this. Okay? I know, riveting, right? All right, well, the document's not very hard. Correct, that are not under contract. If you got them under contract prior to Monday, there's nothing you need to do. Okay? These are for clients you currently are servicing that are not under contract yet. Okay? All right, I'm gonna leave that one alone. Okay? All right, so how do you fill out this document? It's quite simple. First blank at the top is when did you execute that representation agreement? Okay, the original date of when you executed that representation agreement, whatever date that may have been. Then you need, the next blank is going to be, should be today's date if you're getting them to sign this today. Okay, it's the date that this amendment is going into effect, which should be immediately. Okay, now, if this is for a buyer that you're representing, there's nothing else you need to do on this form. That's it. Okay? If it's a listing, if it's a seller that you're representing that you're getting this updated form from, all it is in B1, you're just putting the property physical address of the listing. And then all parties are signing. You're signing, they're signing. That's it. Okay? But again, the important part is if you have a client currently that is not under contract, every single one of them needs this amendment signed. It started Monday, so they're like ASAP, and before they go under contract. Yes. Both sides.
So if you get a new client, what do you do with the new client? Do they have to do both?
Like a brand new client,
Brand
as
new
a
client. Has to
brand
sign
new
any-
client, you're using the new buyer rep agreement or the new listing agreement, which is already available on DocuSign and I'm sure on .loop as well.
It is.
It's there.
Dang.
What's the new folder question?
It's not a new folder. Currently, it's in it's in the TXR forms. If you, and in the packets. I would assume the packets have already been updated. Yes.
Packet, the buyer.
So now when you pull up listing agreement or buyer rep agreement, it automatically pulls up the new one. Okay, that's where I actually pulled these from. I have no idea. No, yes, .loop too. Yes,
Another question?
Brandon.
My question is, if I got a buyer under contract on Monday, is this form still required?
Yes, because it was Monday on.
On Monday.
Okay, Monday on when this document was released. Okay, good on that? I know. I know. Yes, dear.
Imagine this is only for the listings, right?
No, incorrect. This is for listings and buyers. If you look at section C1, C for buyer tenant representation agreements.
So if they don't sign it, are we not allowed to show them any more properties until it's
That-
signed?
So this has nothing to do with that necessarily, okay? Yet, let's dig a little deeper. Why would they refuse to sign? If they don't have time or they're busy, yet we're still showing them homes so they have enough time to see homes, take it with you at the showing, right? Just think deeper.
Don't overcome.
Yes, right? So what you focus on expands, right? What does what say?
Amendment to representation agreement.
Here, hey, I got solutions for Sapna Patels. I didn't bring the glasses though, sorry. Yeah. All right. Okay, we're good on this. There's a lot more. Well, a little more, not a lot more.
Can I
All
ask
right.
a question, Imash? Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
So if I have a listing on a rental property, but I have a lead who actually can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So I have a lead who came and I showed them the property. Do they also have to sign this document as well?
The lead that came in, no, the lead that came in and you showed them the property? I just need more
Yes.
clarity on
The
that.
potential
No, because
applicant.
this is for people you have under representation agreements.
Okay.
This
Okay,
is
got it.
just, guys, don't overcomplicate it. This is just an amendment to the representation agreement, meaning what's an amendment? It's adding on or it's changing something that's currently on a contract. So this information is replacing the original information is all it is. For your protection, yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
So that was already on there, what we agreed. That,
Correct.
that's already on there. So for new build, if you get a BTSA, you're not allowed to take it?
That is, so, okay, let's unpack that a little bit, okay? If you have a BTSA, are you not allowed to accept it? That is incorrect, right? Yes, you are allowed to accept it, yet there has to be some action taken before you can accept it, right? Because what this is amending here is saying what? Broker is prohibited from receiving compensation for brokerage services from any sources that exceed the amount stated on the representation agreement, right? Well, the BTSA exceeds the amount, right? So you would have to go and amend the buyer's rep agreement to add the BTSA. Basically, it's all about what? I can go back. It's all about disclosure and transparency. Your buyers must know, yes, right. Your buyers must know that you're receiving a BTSA. Right, your buyer's rep agreement did not have the BTSA in there. Okay, let's keep going. All right, this is a portion of the new buyer's rep agreement long form. Say what? Yes, we have a long form now and a short form, okay? I'm gonna explain that a little bit, but here's the part that I just wanted to highlight quickly on the long form, which is long form is just your normal buyer rep agreement. Long form is it's 3 pages, okay? Broker compensation. Broker compensation or the sharing of the compensation between brokers is not set by law, yada, yada, yada. It's basically saying that we don't fix commissions, okay? They're always been negotiable, right? Brokers independently determine their fees. Right? And then again, that's the same one as earlier. Brokers prohibited from receiving compensation from any sources that exceed the amount of the stated in the agreement, and that's what's right underneath it, right? Again, if you are going to be getting any other sort of like bonuses, you must amend that buyer's rep agreement before you receive that bonus. It's in the
This
amendment
is not
now.
about value, it's about
Disclosure and transparency, okay? All right? Say that one more time. If you do not amend it, then you're not allowed to receive it, the bonus. Okay? Yes. That's an example. Yes, like a bonus, right? Let's say you put 2% on this and they were giving 3%. You can't take the extra 1%. The form doesn't say anything. In fact, now moving forward, you know, this wasn't part of it, but now moving forward, when you're actually filling these portions out, you need to be doing them with your client, right? Pre-filled is no, it's a big no-no now. Okay? All right. Now, the second part here in B, source of compensation. Broker will seek to obtain payment of the fees specific in paragraph 7A, first from seller, landlord, or their agent. All right. If such person refuses to fail or pay the broker the amount specified, client will pay broker the amount specified less any amounts broker receives from such persons. All right. Is this a brand new thing in here? I'm glad you said that because it is not. There's a, you know, something interesting I heard. Oh, when you hear, oh, I heard that we don't have that commissions are negotiable, or oh, I don't have to pay a buyer's agent. Are you talking about today or are you talking about 10 years ago? Because guess what? That hasn't changed, right? And if you look at the previous buyer rep agreement, this line was basically already in there in bold. No, they might have changed. I didn't check that I haven't checked that yet. Right? No, the right before was absolutely not in there because again, disclosure and transparency, our documents are being way more detailed now in explaining. It's reworded, right? Yet, no, it wasn't, right? So it's been reworded, yet the gist of it is that your buyers were liable for your payment if the original source was not compensating. Now, were you articulating that in your buyer consultations or when you're explaining these documents to your clients? Highlight, that's a great idea. So I'm going to highlight those words. Well, you better sure be doing it moving forward. Okay? Again, remember, guys, what you focus on expands. If you're going to be focusing on, oh, it's doomsday and, you know, we're not going to get paid as buyer's agents, guess what kind of clients you're going to attract? Right? Provide the value. Right? Be able to articulate it. That's what this is all about. That's what we're diving deep into now. Right? There's going to be a haves and have-nots now. What side are you going to be on? You need to decide that. And if you have a challenge, you know, come into terms with that, I better see you on Saturday at 6 Personal Perspectives because that's exactly what it's about. I know you stole my thunder earlier. I was going to use it. You know.
I was going to say this can also be amended upon the buyers deciding what they.
Yeah, anything can be amended before you go under contract, right? Anything can be amended. That's the whole point of an amendment, okay? All right. Yes, sir.
Like 7A, if you don't have a property yet. 7A1.
If whatever you charge. Yeah, that's whatever you charge. Then you want to expand on that a little bit?
Percentage.
So I'm gonna get there in a second, but let's have our wonderful Sarah Detmore articulate, since especially there's nothing to articulate.
I'm happy to talk about anything, but
Yeah.
so in section 7A1, X% or a dollar amount, it's whatever you charge as an agent for your services, because that's how it's always been, right?
Correct.
Nothing's ever been fixed. So if I'm representing a buyer, I might tell the buyer my fee is 3%. I put 3% in there. I might say my fee is 4%. I put 4% in there. It's up to you.
That's what you charge.
Yeah, or.
This is an or.
Yeah.
Or.
Right. There are people who do that actually, which is smart.
I'm actually going to give you a great quote on that in just a minute. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. So this is a portion off of the regular buyer's rep agreement. Well, I just want to highlight a couple of things on the short form. So now they've added a short form. I know when we first started hearing about this, the biggest gripe was what? No. About the changes. Outside of seller doesn't have to pay commissions nonsense, right? What was it? The fact that what do we have to do with these buyer reps now? We must get it signed, period, right? Get it signed before you show a single house. Okay? That's where they've created the short form for those ones that give you a pain in the butt, or you might just be doing the one-off showing, right? So that's what the short form is for. Now, it's still a fully binding buyer's rep agreement. Make no mistake on that, okay? It's no different than the long form. Just has a little less detail, but has all the main information in it. It's still fully binding contract. There's a portion in here that I've highlighted that I want you guys to see though. They've added showing services as an option, right? So for those that are, I'm not going to get into any kind of agreement. I haven't decided yet what I want to do, right? But can you show me this house? Well, I need you to sign this document before I show you this house. Well, this is an option for your choice. It's purely your decision. Showing services. Paragraphs 6, 7, and 8 do not apply, meaning all of the compensation paragraphs do not apply. Okay? So meaning you're not getting a commission if you sell the house to that person, because that's not what's in this agreement when you check that off. What it says is broker will provide client with access to the property in the market area that's been determined, and client will pay broker a fee of blank due upon execution of this agreement. Meaning you are charging somebody to purely show them the house.
Just to open the door.
Just to open the door. I mean, and provide
Value within all of that,
value
right?
or information or whatever they seek. That's your
Full
choice.
services is if you want to take this over further. So people like options. You're providing them now with options, and you now have options on how you're getting paid, because this is all about transparency and disclosing, right? And it can help build your value.
Yes. It could be a step. Yeah, absolutely. Right? Sarah just said it's awesome. It could be a step before you get them comfortable for you to fully represent them, right? Hey, I absolutely have no problem showing you these 5 houses tomorrow. Can you please, I would love to, provide you a service. I'm just winging this, right? And they're like, well, I'm not ready to sign anything. All right, great. Well, I will, for $300, I'll show you five homes tomorrow. And we're not in any kind of representation agreement.
Do they pay?
That's a great question, right? That's a great question. It says broker will provide client. Okay. Now, again, that's as far as I'm going with that, Jimmy, because guess what? I don't have clarity on that either. Okay. And that's an absolutely great question. Okay. We will get you clarity on that.
Hi. I think this is great.
Nimish, I have a question.
Nope.
Hang on
not
one
yet.
second. 1 second.
I think this is great for many reasons that I probably don't have time to talk about today. However, that was my question, was how does the payout look like? Is it do we need a CDA? What does that look like?
great
Because is this a document that we're using now? Because if it is,
We need to
we
know.
need to know how we're
Absolutely.
we're going to
100%.
earn our
It is a
compensation.
document we are using now. So
We'll get clarification. Yeah, broker. So we'll get clarification so you guys understand the process.
absolutely. Right. ASAP. Great
But it
question,
is, if
Jimmy.
it is, well, I'm not going to add my comment.
All right.
So Nimish,
Hold on. Yes.
I have a listing agreement with a client, and I had to update it. So all the signatures went away. So now that I'm getting ready to send him, I'm going to send him this document, the brand new one now, because the old one will not apply anymore since the signatures went away because I made a correction. So under A, broker's fee, when
Well,
earned
this
and
is
payable.
hang on, Anu. This is a buyer rep agreement. You just said listing, right?
No, sorry, buyer.
Okay.
Buyer. Yeah, I have a buyer. So when earned and payable, client will pay broker blah % of the sales price or put the dollar amount. That's it. Rest everything is the same. And then when we go down, the protection period is the same. Everything is the same.
Correct. There's not-
Except for one more thing, right?
I'm not exactly sure which one more thing you're referring to, but that's the gist of it. There's not many changes. It's just the way it's said now. And things are more highlighted and descriptive. That's the biggest difference.
So in this, the listing agent or the seller is paying me only 3 chickens sorry, 2.5 chickens, like 2 full chicken and then 2 leg pieces. So the buyer is going to
I hope
give
our
me
lunch
the
sponsored
other
by
half.
KFC.
So the buyer is going to give me the other part of the chicken. That other part of the chicken, I have to put it in where? In an amendment?
Correct, correct. You can just call me after Anu, all right?
I'll just
Yeah,
bring you
but
some
I'm
chicken
married to Mel,
curry.
I didn't understand. Yeah.
Okay.
If we fill this out and we agree at the time that the buyer and the agent have entered into the agreement that the 3% is the fee. If we get into a situation where we're making an offer on a listing or it's a new construction home, whatever that the case might be, and the compensation is different than what we have outlined in this agreement, all we do is amend the agreement before we
Correct.
go under contract.
Correct.
Great.
You can either amend the
Chickens or
agreement.
money, it's all the same. It's just you amend this if it's different than what you initially agreed upon.
Correct.
Somebody's a showing agent right now on a team. Do they have to pay the broker that fee? Part of
I
that
would
fee?
imagine so. The same thing, right?
So that right now, if you're a showing agent alone, part of
We'll
that
go-
goes to the
well-
broker.
well, that's a showing agent that's getting compensated by the team. That's
Yeah,
a
so
different
do you
story.
have to
That's a
pay-
different story.
So
That's a
that's
different
my
story.
question. What
But
is
that
it,
has
how
not,
does it?
that has nothing to do with representation.
I know, but right now, how is it handled? They're still a showing agent.
Yeah, but that's a team expense. Yeah, that's a team expense. That is not a transaction. No, no, no. Yeah, that's a team expense.
So the section that's
Oh my God,
highlighted,
guys, really? That time flew? Geez, I didn't even realize that.
the section that says that if X amount is, like as a fee that you're charging, is that in the long form? If you want to use that for a long term, like if you're representing somebody?
No, is the showing services are you talking about?
Yeah, that.
No,
that
that's only in
section.
the short form. I don't believe it's in the long form. Okay?
All right. We will
The
definitely
showing
have
services in the long
more
form? Oh, okay, it looks
classes.
like it's in the long form. Yes, Gary, quick.
Well, I heard yesterday Maryland say that fee is gonna be set by the brokers.
It could be, yes.
I don't know that for sure yet.
I don't personally, okay? But
Okay.
it could be maybe. Yeah, there's a lot of things we're gonna come out with, okay? Very quickly. All right, let me keep going. Quick thing on the listing side. The biggest thing I wanted to note here, right, is the breakdown now, the difference, okay? You have two options now as a listing agent, or the seller has two options. One is our typical, where it's saying now that the broker to compensate the other broker as indicated, meaning your full commission minus what you're going to pay out to a buyer's agent if the buyer's agent's there. Okay? What I need full clarity on still, which the way I'm reading this is, guess what? Unless it's specifically specified, if there's no buyer's agent, you're not getting all 6%. Okay? So that's almost out the window now from the way I'm reading it. We'll get clarity on that. Huh? Thank you, Sharon. Appreciate you backing me up. I'm reading it correct. All right? And guess what? Here's this now second section that states broker fee without compensation for other broker, meaning if their choice is to not compensate a buyer's agent, then there's this whole new section where you're just putting your compensation in there. Okay? All right, seller pays buyer's expenses. Here's the cool part. Well, how can we get creative potentially especially if you're on the buy side, in getting compensated if a seller is offering nothing? Well, guess what? It's in the listing agreement. Seller paying buyer expenses. In addition to paying the above broker fees, seller may be asked by a buyer to contribute an amount towards buyer's expenses, such as buyer's broker fees. I just helped an agent yesterday. Well, they lowered the commission by 0.5%. Okay, well, ask for it in seller contribution. Right? Still going to get paid. Just get creative. Well, guess what? See paragraph 11F regarding broker's authority to disclose possible seller contribution. You think that was easy, wasn't it? No. Seller does or does not authorize broker to share with other brokers. Seller will consider contributing an amount towards the buyer's expense. All right? Some of this might have just gone over your head, but this is things that we will continue to have conversations on. And most importantly, these are the kind of conversations you're going to have when you're in a listing appointment. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you feel like every agent in this city can have conversations like this? Are they well equipped to? They are not. So be the haves, not the have-nots. Right? Okay, I'm gonna go quicker. This is the part I wanted to mention. Commissions are negotiable. It doesn't mean you have to be. The law says commissions are negotiable. Commissions are negotiable. You can charge what you want. That's for your income. Okay, so when the blank was earlier, well, how do I know? Well, what do you charge? Be firm on that. Know your worth. Sure. Whatever your calculation is, but just know your worth. All right. Well, and then I got a lot into value and fiduciary. That's the conversation, guys. Fiduciary. What's your fiduciary duty? Okay. I'll wrap this into another thing now. Okay. In your greatest moments and your worst of times, guys, again, right? The world's not ending, right? It's not doomsday. What you focus on expands. Right? Start internalizing, articulate your value, have the conversations, disclosures and transparency is key. All right, as Verna's walking over there, I'm going to probably once a week have one of these open on the calendar, going over docs, Q&As. I'm sure some of the leadership team will join me. We will keep getting more info and learning and internalizing things to answer some questions like we weren't able to today, okay? It's new to us too. These documents just dropped on Monday. We literally, as a leadership team, met with Marilyn on Friday, right? Right before y'all just met her yesterday. So again, we are also internalizing some of these things, but we are here for you. And I promise you one thing is that we will get into these in detail ASAP so we can support you guys.
And the more you know on those contracts, the more value you can bring and the more you can negotiate what it is that you want as your worth.
Absolutely.
Kimbra?
Yes, Kimbra. Kimbra was stretching. She's getting ready for the long run. See, that's knowing her value. All right, guys. Well, I will cut it short right there. We're still hanging around here if you guys have any individual questions. And again, look out on the calendar once a week for now and through until that August 17th.
Thank you guys for joining.
We will continue to be support in these new measures, okay? Remember, these docs start now, not August 17th.